Tonight, it is a call for justice by two members of parliament, Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa of Norton and Emmanuel Amakofi-Boa of Elembele. They have filed a petition at the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice, CHRAJ, asking that it investigates the deaths that were recorded during the 2020 elections. The petition is lodged against the Ministers of Interior and Defense, as well as the Inspector General of Police and the Chief of Defense Staff of the Ghana Armed Forces. They want disciplinary action taken against them and any official working under them found to have abused their power and violated the rights of citizens in the deaths and injuries recorded. Mr. Ablakwa spoke to my colleague, Kwesi Parker-Wilson.
We have reviewed the videos. We have footage that we have compiled. And in carrying out this work, we have been amazed at the level of evidence available that for more than 7 months, the police and national security apparatus we claim to be investigating cannot even give us an update. The number of video footage, the volume of video footage from you in the media, Joy News has been fantastic. If you look at Techiman South, you look at Ablekuma Central, you have footage. Amateur productions. In this digital age, people have smartphones and they are always capturing what is going on. All of this available, and yet officialdom claims to be investigating and yet not a word. I hold in my hands here the statement that the National Election Security Task Force issued on the 10th of December, where they confirmed the killings. At the time, they said 5 deaths recorded during the election 2020. But somebody like Ibrahim Abbas of Ablekuma Central was battling for his life. Subsequently, he died. So the numbers went up. But this is their own statement, the 10th December 2020 statement. The National Election Security Task Force deems the incidents recorded to be incidents that could have been avoided and therefore condemns their occurrence and promises to investigate each of them.
But that investigation you are told is ongoing. The investigation you are told is ongoing. So why don't you wait for the police to conclude the investigation on these issues before you run to CHRAJ?
We first of all, as members,
you don't believe the police will do a good job?
As members of parliament, we've run our checks. We don't believe there's any credible investigation going on.
You don't believe there's any credible investigation going on?
We don't believe there's any credible investigation.
The Ghana Police Service is not investigating the death recorded during the election?
There is no credible investigation going on. And we do not even think that the police should be investigating itself in this matter. In a matter that they are so culpable, so guilty as sin, we do not believe that they should be investigating themselves. It's so incestuous. The conflict of interest is glaring. We take the view that CHRAJ is an independent body. It has no vested interest. It is neutral. It is far removed from these matters. And they have the constitutional mandate. They should be allowed to investigate. That is our view. We do not have any confidence that some credible investigation will be carried out by a Ghana Police Service, which, as we speak, cannot even interdict. You see officers shooting into crowds. What happened to professional training on crowd control?
You don't know the internal directives and measures put in place to deal with the perpetrators of this act.
This is a matter of...
Have you checked with the IGP?
This is a matter of enormous public interest. Right. It is not for us to be going into the police service to find out about internal arrangements. If there had been an interdiction on this matter, some sanctions, they will have issued a statement, they will have made it public. Nothing has happened. People are being shielded. The commander-in-chief refuses to talk about this matter. And an impression is being created in this country that during elections, you can kill people and get...
He's also warned the government against interfering in the work of CHRAJ.
This is a matter that is cross-cutting. And that is why CHRAJ is best placed to conduct these investigations. So I would not go see the new IGP. I believe that CHRAJ should be given room, given all the support to carry out these investigations. And I have no doubt that if CHRAJ is allowed, no interference, no effort to sabotage them or to place impediments in their way, they have the capacity, They have such a fine reputation. It's well regarded. It's one of the foremost human rights ombudsman institutions anywhere in the world. Well respected. I have no doubt that they can execute this mandate and present to us a report that will help our democracy, that will even help improve how election security should be conducted in subsequent elections. So let's allow the process to run its course. Let's allow CHRAJ to do its work. There should be no impediments. There should be no attempt to interfere. Yes, I know some of these ministers are powerful ministers, but you cannot...
Is it your suspicion that they would, is likely that they will interfere in the work of the...
You cannot be more powerful than the Constitution, than constitutional bodies. And you see, we need strong institutions, and strong, not only strong institutions, but strong personnel who man these institutions, who should assert the authority. They are protected by our laws, and they should carry out their mandate without fear or favor. They should not be intimidated at all. And I have every confidence in CHRAJ that CHRAJ will do a good job.
Well, at the heart of this petition are human lives affected by the actions of the security agencies. In the Ododo constituency, 2 persons died. I returned to that constituency a week after the December 7 post and spoke to the family of 15-year-old Rita Otu, who were visibly devastated by her death.
On jaja nomba ijunye nta onye niye on chumi bote moni akashima wo na bua ke mbile egbo anu kwale ke mtoma na anu kwale onti a ekwe lele beni ya imbile wo eta
Imbeka
lomi ankelete kolebuwe ni kashi oni ti akwe ni kwele lele imbile le no kashi. Ofane dabi. On ekami efam. Ebo mo bo shikengele wie. Ebo enu. Ke ya kami chele fonda. Bianele fije. On inka abomodeni awamini afun bile eham ale ebe apa.
Explaining that she actually got a call that her daughter had died, and so she followed up to the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. That was after voting, when she had gone about her regular business. And then indeed she confirmed for herself that the daughter, 15-year-old Rita, had died. And from what she tells me, she really does not listen to her instructions, especially on her movements. Whenever she's asked not to move out, she would unfortunately not listen to the instructions. And so it is very sad that this had happened, and they are asking for support to be able to bury the young lady who died on election day. Also in the Ododo constituency, the family of Emmanuel Dompre, who died in the polls, say they have lost their breadwinner.
We were there as soon as the polls ended. So the MPP were jubilating. They said they have won the parliamentary seat over in Ododo. So we were all there at the hotel when they sent up. So they started jubilating and started doing their jama.
And this is the hotel where the shooting happened?
Model Hotel, okay, at Koloko. Okay. So we were there on the MPP jama. They come along with bottles, plastic, stones, and crates, mineral crates. So we were there with the Emmanuel Dompre, our brother, who was just demise. So we run away, but we don't know where our brother passed before he met his untimely death.
What kind of person was he?
Oh, he was a cool guy.
Nimbamba teje nimbange shina angeshina ngo dabi ba feni maya kolebu bunuwe ya o lele actually tu ido
So he is a brother, and he's telling me that he's the eldest of them. There are 7 brothers, and he heard the news when he went to Choko. He received a phone call and was told that the brother had been shot. When he came home, he didn't find anybody home, so he followed to the hospital, which is the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, and that was where the death of his brother was confirmed.